Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I see you and I can hear you.
Great. Glad
We
to
have
hear
got
you
we have
as
got
well.
translator to Poland, to English to Polish, from English to Polish. What kind of English we use?
We will be using mostly technical English. So
No. Wait a minute. My boss said you have got the translator. People who can translate your no our the meeting.
so you're saying that there'll be a person that will connect
Yes.
that will
My
translate
boss
from.
said he speak that about this with the Kim? Jak ma? No, with the Rafał.
Rafał.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And Rafał said that there'll be a person translating from English to Polish for you guys.
But you have got these people? We haven't got.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I will check in.
Okay, check.
So can you a couple things. Can you please write the name of the companies that all of you represent?
I represent the company Track the
Can
Sun.
you write that in the chat, please, so that we can gather
Why?
this data,
Why?
so that we can gather this data, so that we know who is present. Mm. Uh, do are there any representatives of for this kind of company, Ad Moto?
Repeat, please.
Are there any representatives of the company Ad Moto, the one that I wrote in the chat?
No. We
No,
only from the Track the Sun.
you're
I
only
have to.
you're from Tract SA. Okay,
Yes.
Tiki from So, sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Rafael has not provided us with that kind of information, so we will send him this recording,
Okay.
and he will be able to translate it by himself. We don't currently have a person that can translate live from English to Polish.
Okay. And then we wait for the message from the Rafael and we see what we have got, and maybe next meeting can we speak longer.
We'll see. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Apologies. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, for everyone who is left, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you.
Okay, great. So today we will be going through our equipment, and I have an engineer sitting right next to me. I know you cannot see him, but if you have your questions, please, you can write them in the chat or you can ask them directly to me, and I will be able to translate and help you better understand our equipment.
Okay.
Okay, so let us begin. Can you
Training lecture on USB.
Can you hear the audio if it's not too loud for you guys? Yeah, good.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Okay. So let us begin. Again, if you have any questions, you're free to like write or say anything, and we'll pause it and go through any issues you guys have. Let's begin.
3 unit. Hello. Today, we are going to bring to your attention an inline modified bitumen production unit with a capacity of 16 cubic meters per hour. Application of the unit. USB-3 high-speed mixing unit is designed for production of modified bitumen. This unit is of inline operation type. Fields of application. The unit is mainly applied by asphalt concrete mix producers. Modified bitumen is intended for use in the construction and repair of roads, bridges, and overpasses. The unit is designed for operation both indoors and in outdoor areas under a canopy. Specifications of the unit. The unit constitutes an automatic system consisting of components and assemblies interconnected by pipelines mounted on a single frame. Description of general view of the unit. M1, primary bitumen batching pump. M2, M3, bitumen to mixer supply pumps. M4, primary mill. M5, secondary mill. M6, spiral lift. M7, polymer screw mixer drive. M8, adhesion additive batching pump. M9, plasticizer batching pump. M10, spiral conveyor drive. C1, C2, hydrodynamic mixers. ST, polymer hopper. PR1, T1, pressure and temperature monitoring before mixer C1. PR2, D2, pressure and temperature monitoring before mixer C2. PR3, T3, pressure and temperature monitoring before mill M4. PR4, D4, pressure and temperature monitoring before mill M5. PR5, D5, pressure and temperature monitoring for incoming bitumen. D6, emergency shutdown sensor. V1 V5, bitumen valves with a pneumatic actuator. V10, bitumen valve with a manual actuator. V6, V7, ball valve with a pneumatic actuator. V8, V9, V11, V12, V14, V15, ball valves with a manual actuator. LS1 polymer in hopper detection sensor. The unit is assembled on a frame with pump groups, mills, mixers, pipelines, an integrated control device, and other components installed. In order to study the internal design and operation principle of the unit, let us focus on the layout diagram. The working diagram of the unit features two stages of bitumen supply. The bitumen preheated to operating temperature, 180 degrees Celsius, the supply of which is ensured by a separate pump is partially discharged into the reverse line through a slightly open valve V10. The pumps M1 and M3 of the unit withdraw the required amount of bitumen and feed it into the system. Depending on the position of three-way valves V3, V4, the bitumen flows either back to the bitumen boiler or to the mixer C1 and C2. Before the pump M2, the bitumen is mixed with polymer using a screw mixer M7. The operator pours the polymer from bags into the hopper from which the polymer is fed by means of a spiral transfer ST with a drive M6 through a screw feeder M10. Depending on the required polymer concentration in bitumen, the operator has the ability to control the drive rotation speed of spiral transfer M6 and thus ensure the specified polymer feed. Entering the mixing chamber of screw mixer M7, the polymer is wetted with bitumen supplied by pump M1. The pump M2 pulls the polymer bitumen mixture out of the mixer M7. The polymer evenly distributed in the bitumen is pre-homogenized in the hydrodynamic mixer C1 wherefrom it is fed into the mill M4 for further grinding. From the mill M4, the polymer bitumen mixture is fed into the vacuum cavity of the mixer C2 wherein it is mixed with pure bitumen and further homogenized. For final dispersion, the product after the mixer C2 flows to the mill M5 wherefrom it enters the modified bitumen to storage tank supply pipeline through a three-way valve V5. A plasticizer feed assembly is mounted on the pump M8 driven by motor with a frequency converter, by supply valve V8. The plasticizer is batched into the vacuum cavity of mixer C1. The plasticizer flow rate is specified by setting the motor rotation speed of pump M8. Preliminarily, prior to start of operation, the assembly is manually calibrated through a drain valve V12. Air is released from the system through the drain valve V12 as well when the line is filled with process liquid, plasticizer. The adhesion additive is fed by batching pump M9 into the vacuum cavity of hydrodynamic mixer C2. The feed is mechanically adjusted using a hand lever of the pump gearbox. Prior of start of operation, release air from the line through a drain valve V11. This unit features a high level of automation and control. All the main valves are equipped with pneumatic actuators controlled by an integrated control device. Now, we are going to focus on the principle of the unit's operation. You may ask questions to our design engineer. Hello.
So before we continue on, I just want to ask you if you have any questions.
For me, no.
Okay. And for you? I'm not, your microphone is on, but I cannot hear what you're saying. I assume you don't have any questions then. You can always write them in the chat and we'll get to them that way. Right now,
me?
sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, I hear you.
Please close it. Okay.
Okay. So let us continue on. Again,
Yeah.
you can tell me to pause and we can go through any questions you guys might have.
Today, we are going to bring to your attention USB-3, an inline modified bitumen production unit with a capacity of 16 cubic meters per hour. This unit is made in containerized format and housed in its own container except for a polymer feeder. After passing the tests, this container will be equipped with doors. Let's focus on the design of the unit. The container is installed in the unit on its own frame which, in turn, contains the following components: 2 colloid mills, 2 hydrodynamic mixers, 2 high-pressure bitumen supply pumps, a screw mixer for mixing bitumen and polymer. The unit is equipped with a plasticizer feed assembly which feeds plasticizer in the range from 10 to 100 liters per 1 cubic meter of bitumen. The unit also contains an adhesion additive feed assembly which feeds up to 10 liters per 1 cubic meter of bitumen. A spiral screw conveyor and a hopper are attached to the container. The spiral conveyor with the capacity of 60 kilograms per 1 cubic meter of bitumen is designed to supply polymer in the form of granules or powder. The performance of the spiral conveyor and the plasticizer pump is controlled by frequency converters. The process of preparing the unit for operation includes calibration. In order to calibrate the spiral conveyor, it is necessary to fill the polymer hopper with polymer and, having switched the splitter gate valve to the idle hose, consume the polymer by stopwatch timing. In order to calibrate the adhesion additive pump group, we should connect the pump group to the additive containing tank, and then do the priming. This pump group is equipped with a feed adjustment valve which allows the operator to specify the feed. The calibration curve data must be entered directly into the integrated control device. It is worth noting that calibration of components takes not longer than 1 shift. Recalibration of components may be required only in one case: if the components in use are to be replaced. And now, let's focus on the principle of operation of the unit. The working diagram of the unit features 2 stages of bitumen supply. The bitumen preheated to operating temperature, 180 degrees Celsius, and supplied from the boiler is partially discharged into the reverse line through a slightly open valve. The bitumen supply pump, the screw mixer, and the secondary bitumen supply pump withdraw the required amount of bitumen and feed it into the system. Before the pump for withdrawal of bitumen polymer mixture, bitumen is mixed with polymer using a screw mixer. The polymer preliminarily filled into the hopper is fed by means of a spiral transfer with a drive and a screw feeder. Depending on the required polymer concentration in bitumen, the operator has the ability to control the drive rotation speed of spiral transfer and thus adjust the polymer feed. Entering the mixing chamber of screw mixer, the polymer is wetted with bitumen. The pump for withdrawal of polymer bitumen mixture transfers the mixture to the primary hydrodynamic mixer where plasticizer is fed and preliminary homogenization occurs. Plasticizer is supplied by a pump group with a frequency converter. The pump is pre-calibrated manually. Next, the mixture is supplied from the primary mixer to the primary mill wherein grinding and mixing occurs at a higher level. Having passed the primary mill, the mixture of bitumen, polymer, and plasticizer enters the secondary hydrodynamic mixer wherein pure bitumen is supplied to the nozzle by a bitumen pump, and the primary mill mixture and the adhesion additive are fed into the vacuum chamber. After passing the secondary mill, the mixture is fed into the storage tank through the modified bitumen supply pipeline by means of a 3-way valve. Owing to the design of our colloid mill, the cutters of which have a specialized profile that allows grinding, cutting, and homogenizing the polymer containing ingredient, we obtain a high-quality product. This unit can be optionally completed with sulfur and polyphosphoric acid feeders, as well as a compressor. The mill can be completed with a mechanical seal. This unit features a high level of automation and control. All the main valves are equipped with pneumatic actuators controlled by an integrated control device. And now, let's proceed to discuss the design of the unit in terms of the control system. The front panel of the control cabinet contains a touch-sensitive graphic panel, a power supply voltage indicator, a correct power phasing indicator, and a semi-spherical button for emergency shutdown of the unit. The control logic is implemented on Siemens 1200 controller. The power circuits of components are equipped with circuit breakers, frequency converters, and a soft starter. The control system provides for operation of the unit in automatic and manual modes. The manual mode is used as a setup mode and mainly required for calibration of ingredients. The automatic mode of operation is the main mode, which includes the following submodes: modification and flushing. The main mode is modification. All other modes are auxiliary, service ones. When the set values are exceeded, the system ensures a number of emergency response algorithms. Depending on the type of failure, the system ensures an immediate stop, or a stop with process revision. Thuswise, the system ensures long-lasting and safe operation of the equipment. After the operator enters the calibration result, the unit can operate in automatic modification mode for as long as desired. The main advantage of the unit is the ability to work in automatic mode with almost any known modifiers, whether in granular or powder form. The unit allows manufacturing the product in the widest range of formulations. Due to its high capacity, the unit ensures that the product is manufactured in the shortest possible time. Due to a high level of automation, the unit is extremely easy to operate and maintain. In concluding this video, let's discuss the advantages of this unit. The unit is easy to operate and maintain. It features a high level of automation and a wide range of additives blended in. I would also like to note that the bitumen polymer mixture undergoes homogenization in sequence through 2 mills, which makes it possible to obtain the highest quality product. High versatility allows the unit to work with any modifiers known as of today. The unit is equipped with jackets for heating with thermal oil, which serves as the gentlest heating method. All of the above listed properties make the unit a simple and efficient complex for modified bitumen production. Thank you for your attention. Advantages of the unit. This unit has a number of significant advantages. One of the key advantages of this unit is certainly the availability of 2 mills, which considerably upgrades the quality of finished product. It should be noted that the unit is highly versatile, because it allows using any modifiers known as of today, including various special additives along with all known SBS polymers, which can be fed in the form of granules, powder, and liquid. Possibility to manufacture products with various concentrations of additives. High capacity achieved due to the inline principle of the unit's operation, and the high level of the unit's automation is of particular note. Furthermore, one of the important advantages is the fact that the unit is housed in a container which is equipped with doors along the entire perimeter of the unit for easy maintenance and operation. Containerized design allows protecting the equipment against vandalism, which in turn extends the equipment lifetime. Modern control system. Compactness, which means the possibility to transport the unit in a 20-foot container. Spatial frame design, featuring increased rigidity, allows for quick installation and dismantling of the unit in the field, which is very important when changing the location of the plant. The unit is completed with electro-pneumatic valves, and compressed air can be supplied thereto from a compressor installed on the unit, optional, which allows the unit to be independent on an external source of compressed air. All the bitumen pipelines, the pumps, the mill, and the intermediate tank are equipped with a thermal oil heating system. Heating with thermal oil is the mildest and most efficient type of heating for assemblies and bitumen lines. The control system consists of a control cabinet which contains switching equipment, motor protection equipment, frequency converters, soft starters for mill and pump drives, a master controller, measuring transducers of the brands like Emerson, Siemens, ABB, Autonix, etc. The front panel of the cabinet contains controls for the start, stop, mode, alarm reset, emergency stop buttons, manual control buttons for assemblies, a controller pad, pressure and temperature monitoring regulators. The corresponding labels are in place. The unit is unique in that it features not only functionality, but also complete automation of all the modified bitumen production processes. A screen with a mimic diagram of the unit is used for ease of control. This is a simplified display of the flow diagram. The unit uses a software algorithm embedded in a programmable logic controller. It allows changing the settings quickly at the customer's request. It can be reconfigured via the internet. It rapidly detects errors. It requires less cost to change its functions, and it is optimized for working with short periods of time. When applied, it shows a high reliability and considerably expedites the setup of equipment. Benefits of operating the unit for a prospective customer. Cooperation with some large enterprises. The possibility to offer the services for modified bitumen production to other enterprises. Increased efficiency and capacity. Modern technologies increase the production efficiency and capacity. Steadiness of prices and control over pricing. Having its own modified bitumen production unit. Payback period for the unit. Based on the previously calculated and averaged matter, we carried out estimations that give an approximate understanding and serve as a guideline for having an idea of the payback period. You can use this table to estimate payback periods for different regions taking into account the economic realities thereof. Environmental aspect of using the USB-3 unit. Optimized power consumption of the unit can mitigate environmental impact and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Thus, we have considered the USB-3 unit, its application, principle of operation, advantages and benefits of use for a prospective customer, as well as the environmental aspect of using this unit. Due to its advantages and versatility, this unit serves as an effective tool for obtaining a high-quality product which is successfully used in road construction.
So, for the lot of you, this kind of presentation is over. Before we continue on, do you have any questions? Sorry? It's very hard to hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, kind of.
So, what I saw in your video, transportation mode, that, that, yeah, we can first start to right?
Can you please write your question in the chat? It is very hard to understand you. Like, I hear you, but the quality of the sound is very bad. Can you please write it?
Okay.
Okay. And you? What about you? Do you have any other questions on Python?
Currently, hello, can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, I can.
For me, this kind of machine is a new technology for me. So now I'm learning some information from this video, and then I will check the machine and its specification by reading your data sheet or information sheet. So for me now, I don't know how to ask a question about this technology. So I have to learn first.
Okay.
Currently, I have no question about this. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Okay, understood. Well, if you will have any questions, please feel free to email your sales rep from Globcore. I'm sure they'll be able to help you. And again, if you want to see more data sheets that were used in this lecture, you can also request them, the payback period and the technical specifications as well.
Okay. I'll ask by email. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, we have 2 questions. Let me translate them first, sir.
Question.
Okay, Mr. Kwantu, the first question, how many days do we need to install your plant? Great question. It is very quick to install. So it can be installed within like the first 3 days that you guys receive it, like the shortest term. But it usually depends on the technical task that you give us. So it's kind of hard to give you like explicit days, but that's kind of what we have worked with. Okay, next question. First question is hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, can you see me? Because for me it shows that my video is kind of broken.
Yes.
Okay, let me turn it off for a bit then. To answer your second question, how about the electrical installation? Is it plug and play or complicated? Yes, sir, it is plug and play. You just make sure that it is connected to electricity and it works. However, you still need to connect the bitumen aspect of it, the polymers, the oil, so that the machine can perform its duties. But if we're just talking about electrical stuff, yes, you just need to plug it in and it will work normally.
Got it.
And last question, let me translate that real quick. Uh, so uh, I can give you the rough estimates about your last question. How many area do we need to install your plant?
Yes.
It's essentially boils down to like how much space do you guys work with?
Yeah.
And so that we know what we're also working with, and we would help you out and give you hints where and how to set it up. Usually it takes like 10 by 20 meters. However, if you want to also like make sure that everything is connected, like the bitumen, the oil, the electricity, and the polymer, it'll take a little bit longer. If you want the full details, like down to a millimeter, you can look in the technical specifications of this unit.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry for the poor connection. But now I'm not in my office. Now I at the job site, and also my connection is not pretty good. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay, sir. And last but not least, I hope all of you can see the link that I sent in the chat. Please
Yes, I
follow.
see.
Yeah, so please go to that link, and it is a test. Essentially, you will have to complete it to receive the certificate of of completion of our lectures about the knowledge of our devices and our machines. So go there, finish the tests, write the name of your company. Please write the name of your name, and make sure to include your email. Everything should be there in the form for you guys to follow. You have until Monday. And Monday is May 20th. So you have until then to finish these tests. We will then, on May 20th, we'll receive them and start going through the right and wrong answers so that you guys can receive your certificates. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. So please go to the link, make sure to save it somewhere. And if you guys don't have any other questions, I thank you all. I am sorry,
I cannot open the link.
Oh, I can. Okay, it works now. So again, go to the link, do the tests, make sure to include all of your information, and we will be processing that later. Thank you again for joining us here today for our lecture. It's been lovely having both of you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us, and we will be able to help you out easily.
No, I'm trying to open the link, but I cannot.
It's still very hard to understand you, sir.
Okay, I can't.
I'm having a hard time understanding you, sir. Quav, sorry. Anyway, so just go to the link. Cannot open your link. Huh. The link works for me, sir. You just copy that and paste it in your browser, and then you just go through the motions of working through it. Does it work for you, Ang Pyang? Sorry, Ang Python. Does the link work for you?
I'm just copy and paste in Chrome, and now it's loading. So okay, I'll wait for a few minutes, and I will let you know.
Okay. So if
Okay.
it doesn't work, please email our representatives so we can send it to you. Okay.
Okay, I will mail to Mr. Alexander, right? This
Yes.
info@globalcode.com. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much for today's
Okay.
meeting. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.
Okay, please take care. Thanks for today.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye.